Hey.
All right. I had to move into my studio. I didn't want to mess it up at first, and I hate that I cut you off about it. And I wanted to go back right into Black Entrepreneurs Day and how you're being a part of it, and you're also doing. You got a grant that you're donating $25,000 to the NAACP winner. They're going to be able to use that money. You know, it's crazy. You don't even have funding yourself, and you're already funding other people.
Absolutely.
I want you to talk about that.
Absolutely, because I get it, Damon. I get it. I absolutely wish that it was a Black Entrepreneurs Day 5 years ago. I absolutely wish that I could have applied for something that was Black-led, initiated by a Black man, that was Black in terms of the community and its initiative, so that I could get $25,000. So it's really just paying homage to what I had to go through, that painful place where, oh my God, I just need just a little bit of help, just that little bit of resource to begin to build, or certainly to, you know, get that product validation wherever you are in the business, right? And even though we didn't get funded, I always determined, Damon, and said to myself, if we make it through and we get there, I will indeed commit and begin to support as much as I possibly can. So it's an honor. It's a real honor. We're doing a lot of events at the moment, Damon. We really are. I think the pandemic has really caused Yapper to become like a hand sanitizer, to be honest, because it is that facilitator of conversations. It's allowing publishers to have a better way of reaching out and holding on to their customers at a distance. So, you know, this event, Black Entrepreneurs Day, it's just got a bigger meaning. It drives a real passion for me. So not only are we integrated, and we're hoping you guys make sure you ask your questions to Daymond, get all of that in, because it's so important.
But I want you to tell people, because the Yappa is also helping us, because it's helping people communicate and get their questions. And I want you to break down, you know, how people can go to Black Entrepreneurs Day, blackentrepreneursday.com, and submit questions. But can you break down exactly to the viewers how Yappa, you know, works for Black Entrepreneurs Day? How would they do it?
Sure. So for Black Entrepreneurs Day, you simply go to the homepage, which looks stunning. It's so cool, guys. Beautiful. And I love that. I love the energy, because that's also important. When you're an entrepreneur and you're putting your brand together, you've got to put it together that it stands out. It's got to have a little bit of a, you know, a spark. And Yapper is right there. The tool is right there. It's so easy. If you use Disgust, if you use any other Facebook comments or whatever you use, Yapper is just as simple. You sign in and it's beautiful. You leave that comment. You can either record a video comment or you can record an audio comment, but whatever you choose to communicate, it's not a bot, it's you. You own your voice, that's your responsibility, and you can give it your best shot. And that's what we're excited about. So be excited, get on, leave those questions, and interact. Listen to some of the other business questions, guys. If you have an answer for somebody else that has asked a question, Daymond, if you've got that answer because you've been through it, get in there, answer that question, because we're going to get through what we're going to get through together. And that's what I love about Yapper. It allows you to have a conversation. We started out calling Yapper the commenting tool, but within 18 months, it's moved into the conversational tool, because people are talking. So I'm really hoping to see people not just ask questions to you and your team, and rightly so. And I hope you answer. Get in there, Daymond, and make sure you do. It's really good that they can also listen to everybody else's, guys. All right, because everybody else's business matter. That's why we're giving away 25,000. We didn't get that, but it doesn't matter, because if you can meet another need, then it's always good. I'm sure your need will get too. So,
well, I appreciate it. I want to sum up, people, what we really just touched on today. First of all, you are obviously, you know, a person of color who didn't take no for an answer, and you went into a world of technology where, you know, you were not expected to be in, but you didn't need to know how to code. I cannot design. I cannot draw. It didn't stop me. I love fashion, so I figured out how to work with other people who could. You also didn't get funding. I did not get funding, and even at the same time, while you did not get funding, you're funding other people. You're giving $25,000 at Black Entrepreneurs Day for people to be able to use for their business, and you don't even want to take a piece of the business. So you can always do, you can show right there that you can always do more, and you have such a kind heart. But also, I think the tool Yappa is an incredible tool. And, if somebody would have told you about Twitter earlier on and you get a handle on it before it gets boom, you can get out there. That's how you looked at the Diddy's of the world at first when Twitter came out, because he was using it, right? I would say use Yappa right now, get it out there,
Fine, the way Diddy used Twitter. That's what you do. Let's go.
That's exactly. And that's why we're on it. That's why I want to bring it all to you. So to everybody right here. So I look forward to speaking to you on Black Entrepreneurs Day live in front of millions of people. It is free, Black Entrepreneurs Day. Matter of fact, it's not even free. You may get paid if you go and win a grant, right? So thank you so much for what you're doing. Thank you so much for being, an inspiration that people could see. I hope that you're going to be bigger than Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. And I hope that people are going to say the first time I saw her in person was right there.
It was right here. And in that, I also say thank you, Daymond, for being an inspiration to the Black business community. You've always you've stayed consistent. But I want to throw out there, I think, is like, what are we in now? Season 11 or 12 of Shark Tank?
12, yeah, 12.
I think it's kind of time to get a Black female entrepreneur in that tank.
I think so too. We've reached out to a couple. We have reached out to a couple, and some you guys probably know who are the couple we have reached out to, and they weren't available at the time. They wanted to do it, so we are just definitely trying to do that.
So good that conversation's going on. Really thank you for everything that you do. And honestly, Yappa team, my team, they're great. I've got the best team in the world. We're really small, but they are the absolute best. I want to say thank you to them. And guys, don't miss Black Entrepreneurs Day. Please join Daymond, myself, and all those wonderful guests who are giving time for you. It's going to be good stuff. Going to be good stuff. All righty, Daymond.
October 24th. All right, I'll see you later.
All right, thank you.
All right, I know there's a lot of things that were frozen and everything else, but I hope you learned from her. We're going to be talking to her on October 24th for Black Entrepreneurs Day. It is free. It is on Facebook. It is on every platform. I have on there Gabrielle Union. I can't even name some of the names because they haven't been released yet. Shaquille O'Neal, LL Cool J, Bob Johnson, Chance the Rapper is going to be performing. We got a Pepsi after party. Shaquille O'Neal, DJ Diesel's also going to be performing. You're going to be talking to some people like by Chase for Business. You're going to be talking about their $30 billion initiative. I'm going to definitely ask them about that, on how they're going to push that into people of color in the communities to help, bring more people up that need these opportunities. You're going to see we're giving away $225,000 worth of grants. That is 9 people will get $25,000 because they have a great business idea, plan, or even a business running, and you're going to be able to say, man, I could do that too. All right, so here's who I'm bringing on next, and this is my man. And I love when you know somebody for years, and then you turn around and say, well, let me see, let me get your bio. Can I read it for a second? And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, they did all that. All right, so my boy's name is Chauncey Hamlet. He is the VP and CMO of Pepsi Beverages North America. Did you hear what I just said? He is the VP and CMO of Pepsi Beverages North America. So right now you can either look from one side and say, man, how do I make it that high up in a company and become this person who has these amazing brands in my fingertip? Or, man, how do I get a hold of him because I'm doing an event or I'm doing something and maybe I have some value that I can offer Pepsi, and I know if this works for what they're doing, they're going to want to strategically partner up with me and maybe give me some funding or some resources, right? So that's who he is, and he spent 10 years, in luxury spirits industry working on brands, including, I remember him from Grey Goose, but also Patron, Bombay Sapphire, and even creating the super premium Deuces cognac with partnership with Jay-Z. Moved on to work at PepsiCo Beverages. Roles include head of strategy, innovation, and commercial for the Mountain Dew brand, in which he led the company's esports strategy that led to the creation of Mindew Game Fuel. head of consumer engagement for Mountain Dew, where he then led creative development of the Ice Doritos award-winning Super Bowl commercial, the NBA partnership, and all brand digital efforts. Is currently the vice president and chief marketing officer of, as I said, Pepsi Beverages North America. Pepsi is the presenting partner for the Pepsi After Party with DJ Diesel, aka Shaq, and he will also be donating Pepsi will be also donating $25,000 towards the NAACP Powership Entrepreneur Grant. So I'm going to bring my man Chauncey on, and we're going to talk a little bit about the Pepsi After Party. But if you guys and girls want to know about branding from one side or how to get sponsorship and all that stuff, you're going to want to talk to my man Chauncey right here. What's up, Chauncey?
Hey, Damon, how's it going?
It's going good. I had a little bit of technical difficulties.
I saw that.
You know, Chauncey, I just thought about it. I know 3 Chaunceys. You know the other 2 as well, right?
That's right. That's right.
All of you guys are like 6'19". Why do they make Chaunceys short at all? Are there any short Chaunceys in the world?
I'm only 6 foot even, man. Yeah, the other Chaunceys are pretty tall. You're right. I'm probably the shortest of the Chaunceys.
Well, man, I love that you're on here. I love that you are, and Pepsi is doing the Pepsi After Party for Black Entrepreneurs Day. But I want to, and I'm going to definitely get into that. But I want to talk to you about some other stuff. I want to talk to you about how do you move up, you know, in such big companies and corporations, you know, branding and doing those type of things as a person of color in there. Because, you know, we see a lot of things. We talk a lot right now in society. We're all talking about, well, you know, the people in your corporation, in your organization, whatever it is, should reflect who you serve and who buys from you. LGBTQ, veterans, females, African Americans, and we don't see that many. But you know, you've been moving and shaking, man, for you know, over a decade, and you're making it happen over at a very, very large company. How do you get there, Chauncey?
Hey, well, that's a great question. Well, first, Damon, I just want to say, you know, props to you. You know, growing up as a New Yorker at a very early age, I had access to you and a few other people. Little do you know, Damon, actually, when I was in college, I had a promotional company, and we actually did some promo work for the FUBU event that used to be in Cancun. Through like Chris Latimer, and so
Thank you, man.
Yeah, just early learnings from people like yourself is really, I think it set the groundwork for people like myself. So I just want to give props to you.
Well, I appreciate that, man.
You're a leader in the space, not only a friend. You're always someone that, you know, your ear's always open, your door's always open, your phone's always available, and you've always been to me someone you've invited me to exclusive events, and you know, I've met a lot of your partners. So I just want to say thank you, Damon. I appreciate that. So
no, thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. And you know, that's the funny thing about it, right? You and I never realized if we were ever going to do business or not, but that never got in our way. We just liked each other and respected each other and saw the way that each other moves, and it was always like, I could be around this person because I know the person's not crazy. You know, I know this person is just you know, is a solid person, and whether we do business today or never, we're gonna have a good time and a good relationship.
That's
and I think that now people are actually doing that digitally. They're seeing the way people are moving, you know what I mean, on other ways, and saying, you know what, maybe one day we'll work together. So I definitely appreciate it, man. But now with all that being said, is that how you moved up in your company as well, being just a person of their word, a person who moved a very specific way, or you know, like, you know, because again, I'm sure you have great concepts, but everybody has ideas, and when you're a company, you can have a great idea, but everybody's like, okay, I don't know if we want to try that. I don't know. Yeah. How did you negotiate for people to get behind you? You know, when you were doing these things.
Yeah, well, actually, I think the first piece, Damon, is just being genuine, right? You got to be genuine, and it's 2 sides of this thing, right? One is that you have to have the foundation and credentials. So, you know, like, again, growing up in New York, started my own promotional company at an early age, but at the same time, I was going to school, so got my undergrad degree.
Well, wait, hold on. But let me ask you about that. What is a promotion? What type of promotional company you you started out doing, and what did you do, and how old were you?
Oh man, at 20 years old, man, we had a urban promotional company, from street teams to flyers to design concepts to web development. I knew at an early age I wanted to get into marketing, and I
And how old
wasn't
are
gonna
you?
wait.
How old were you then?
20. Yeah, when I was, well, I knew since I was in high school, but at 20 I started to implement some of the efforts before I graduated from college, undergrad.
Wait
And
a minute. So you're telling me right now, everybody watching, whether they are handing out flyers or they see somebody handing out flyers, don't sleep on that dude handing out flyers. You know, because I remember one day I was, and I love the dude and I respected him. I was doing something and a young man handing out flyers came over to me, and it was like, listen here, man. You the CEO of FUBU, and I'm the CEO of the street team. And the street team consists of me and my man. I think us CEOs need to get together and get this cracking. And
Right.
you know what?
Right.
And it could have been you. You never know, right?
Right. Well, clearly I'm dating myself. I'm talking about flyers, right?
Right.
Because, you know, it's definitely a digital world. But I think having that balance, right, Damon? And so one is that you got to get the credentials at the same time. So while I was starting my business, I was in school, got my undergrad degree, ultimately got my MBA. But I think that balance of really keeping your ear to business in general while educating myself, getting a broader perspective of the business world, that's really how I started. Then I think getting into corporate America, you know, it's a people business. I think regardless where you go, it's all about people. And you have to be bold. I must say, early in my career, I was bold, but I didn't necessarily know how to influence you know, different people through the organization. And I think as I started to grow, I really realized, hey, you know, influencing people, understanding where people's perspectives are coming from, taking that into account before I came to the table was always one to get me a step ahead. So I think that was kind of the beginning of me starting to ascend within corporate America.
You know what? I think so too. You know, the president of my company started off as an intern, and many do. And he realized, he said to me, I realized people aren't fully baking the solution and realizing what you need to see and or not to see before they come to you. So he just kept coming to me and going, this thing is fully baked. Is there anything else? You know, are you having a rough day? Am I not presenting it the right way? I'm not trying to give you this deck like this. I know you're dyslexic. He may take it the wrong way, like I'm not into it, or I don't care about the effort he put into it. But no, I see a big deck like this and I'm dyslexic. I just say, all right, I'll get to that in a minute. Let me answer the quick little emails that I can. Right. But then, you know, if you was Chauncey and I was in a company with you and I happen to be, you know, in a different division, you may say, man, I left that on Damon's desk, you know, a week ago. This dude, he don't care about me. You know what I mean? Then you internalize it all of a sudden, you know, you and I got some level of conflict and we don't have a conflict. I'm just dyslexic. I don't read it like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So when you start to understand other people's challenges or what they love to do, I mean, they're still, like you said, they are still people. And if they're in a company, you need to make it easy for them to want to rock with you.
That's right. That's right. I think, you know, understanding that, you know, starting from a good place and trying to give people the benefit of starting from a good place and that, you know, that they're just good people from the beginning. I mean, ultimately, some people will show themselves. But I think overall, when you give people a shot and a clear slate, you see that people do have the right intentions. So I think you make a great point, Damon. Being able to just, you know, allow people to, actually allow people to understand where you're coming from. And you know, the thing about me, now that I'm in this role as, you know, CMO of the South Division, I'm really working through people. So so no longer is it my ideas, or is it, you know, of course I still got some cool ideas every once in a while, but it's the team. You know, it's a team. There's so much talent throughout the organization. And so allowing people, removing barriers and supporting ideas is really how I'm continuing to kind of move the ball forward.
And I love to talk about that because you supported, you know, for the first time, I'm doing Black Entrepreneurs Day, and you and Pepsi are giving away a grant, and you also are sponsoring the Pepsi after party with DJ Shaq, you know, Diesel. And a lot of people, you know, what I love about it, I always say, listen, you know, I was always told to be, you know, by my stepfather, who happens to be white, Jewish. He used to always tell me, man, I want you to be pro-black, but never anti anything else. And as you're part of this Black Entrepreneurs Day, it's people of all colors supporting this. It is people of all colors saying, I want to be part. I can't tell you how many times my phone has been ringing with people and CEOs or CMOs or whoever saying, how can I be part of this, of people of all colors? And I think that's absolutely a great thing, that you are able to share that vision with your company and do it. Now, what excited you about Black Entrepreneurs Day?
Well, first and foremost, I think your point about everyone coming along is the key. Our Pepsi in June, we made an announcement that we're committing over $400 million to the racial equality journey when it comes to the Black community. So
Wow.
that was big, by the way. And that came all the way.
That is big.
It came all the way from our CEO, Ramon LaGuardia, down to the beverages CEO, Kirk Tanner, and also to our president of beverages, Derek Lewis, who happens to be a brother as well, actually from DC, Hampton grad. And to your point about, hey, it's a community. So it's not just about the Black people within the organization pushing the ball forward. It's a holistic community. So that started that journey and our commitment there. And then within that commitment, there was this area of Black-owned businesses. How do we support Black-owned businesses? And so that really allowed us to look around. And of course, when I see my friend Daymond is doing something, of course, you have all the credibility of the world, and me knowing the authentic approach to it, of course, hey, we got to support. Within Black Entrepreneurs Day, we're going to be also highlighting our initiative around Black-owned restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Which is some amazing work the team's doing. I mean, when you think about supporting Black-owned restaurants and the entrepreneurs there, we're not just going out and say, hey, how can we just cut a check? The team's also working with restaurants to build capability, to build their delivery system. Also, within that, there's a program where it's a pathway to franchise ownership as well. Nice. So this is right in line with our strategy, and the timing is good. And of course, we know that Black entrepreneurs are the root of development within the community, and so I'm excited about it. And of course, you mentioned the after party, and it wouldn't be Pepsi without us bringing the music piece to it, right? We're all about music, and so we're gonna have fun, party with a purpose, and now I'm excited to be a part of it.
All right, man. Well, I really, really appreciate it. I look forward to October 24th and all those amazing people, especially those who are going to get that grant that they can use, as well as I want to know more about the restaurant side of it, and I'm sure a lot of other people will learn some things about the restaurant side. Because it's not just as simple as throwing money and things. It was like showing people logistics and showing people how to operate. But you need to be able to operate your business. And as entrepreneurs, a lot of us get out here and we are just so excited about one thing that we know how to do, but we may not know about accounting, or we may not know about logistics over here, or warehousing, or all that other stuff. And we need people like you who are going to say, hey, we're gonna add some more resources and/or information for you to show you how to make your job a little bit simpler, so you can do exactly what you really, really want to do.
Absolutely.
All right, brother. I will see you October 24th, my man.
Hey, Damon, appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time, and looking forward to Black Entrepreneurs Day.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
There you have it. Jennifer, obviously, she shared a lot of stuff with you. I hope it was inspiring. And my man, Chauncey right there showed you how to navigate through companies, really large companies. Also shows you that it's not only the person of, that companies are really having initiatives, and there are people of color behind the scenes. We need way, way more. But there are also people that are not of color who are trying to make sure that the right initiatives are being addressed. We can always talk about the negative stuff. We can bang our head and get angry at that, or we can start highlighting the positive stuff that everybody's doing, and then saying to other people, yo, why aren't you doing some great stuff like this? This is absolutely amazing. So Chase for Business, the General Insurance, Pepsi, Yappa, all these people who are saying, I want to put my name on Black Entrepreneur Day because I want other people to say, yo, you know what? Look what they're doing. Let's do something like that. So I really, really thank everybody here who's watching, everybody who's always supported me. Oh, you saw the Shark Tank numbers, right? You can't mess with entrepreneurs, man. See that 12 year show, and most shows don't last 12 years. You can't mess with our audience. My people right here, you can't mess with entrepreneurs. You are dedicated people, and you sit there with your families, and you sit there and learn, and we come out after 12 years and still crush all the other shows out that night purely because of, amazing people like you. So, that's just A-type personalities, So anyway, I love you all. I will be speaking to you a couple of days. Actually, I'm going out. I'm going to be in Dallas tomorrow. I'm going to speak for President Bush in Dallas tomorrow for his birthday. A little brown boy from Queens who is dyslexic, who got left back in school, who had no money at all, don't have a famous last name, couldn't design but came out with a clothing line. I'm going to, and this is not the first time, I'm going to be, President Bush asked me to come out to go speak on his birthday. What is that? Are you crazy? If I can do it, then you can do it, right? Everybody can do it if I can do it. All you are is one hat away from starting your version of FUBU. Right? Think about it like that. I was the presidential ambassador for President Obama. I'm going out to speak for Bush now. I met Clinton as well and the other Bush. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why can't you do that? All right, everybody. I love you. I hope that you're looking at me and saying I can do even more than Daymond can do. That's what I want you to do. Aim high, because then if you miss your target, maybe you'll still be extremely happy with your success. I will see you tomorrow or the next day or whenever, but I'm always just a button away. All right, love you all. Bye.
If you want another awesome video in our Black Excellence series, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.